Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with the FX Market Insight for Tuesday, the 28th of May. Right, now as we come into the Asian session, obviously a very, very quiet European and North American session with both countries on holidays, or both regions. There's been no major change in any of the major pairs. So we're pretty much, when we do have, in particular, a North American holiday, it's the whole market, the whole globe takes the holiday. So this is like Tuesday morning is now really the start of the week. Okay, so there's been no major movements. And if you have a look across the board here, just to give you a look at the charts, there's nothing to get excited about just at the moment. As I said, there's been no major changes. Aussie and Kiwi just sitting above recent breaks of short-term resistance. Euro, okay, we had this slight little move up on the European elections and it's just drifted lower. And sterling, once again, all over the place as they try and work out what's going on with Brexit. Dollar CAD trading sideways. If anything, we saw a bit of a dip here in dollar yen. I mentioned this yesterday. Basically, with the European parliamentary elections, the US-China situation and Brexit, a bit of a safe haven play, but that looks like it's been pretty much diffused over Monday. And since there's been no sort of major volatility, the market is back, sort of drifting back into the range. So I'll probably expect this to break back towards 110, sort of 1020 level over the next sort of coming days. I'll show you something funny. Like, this is what I always talk about with the news as well. So you have a look at the general news here, and this is where you can really get an understanding of what they're trying to do. Check out this article here. Euro bounce proves brief after pro-Europe parties retain majority, right? Well, don't get caught up in what the media sort of are saying, okay? The Euro bounce, and this is what I'd like to highlight, was brief. Yeah, it popped up, but you know what? It's drifted off 10, 15, 20 points max. To me, what they're trying to drum up a story that Euro's just fallen off the face of the earth after the votes. It's like, it's off 10 or 15 points. Don't believe everything that you see on the news. Make sure you have a look at what the currencies are doing before you make a judgment, because you could look at that and think, well, Euro's in a negative spot, but it's actually, it's hardly done anything. With this North American holiday, they're just reviving old stories about what Trump's been up to. Obviously, upsetting, trying to pick another fight with North Korea. He's got Japan on edge, and also China and Huawei, all these different deals. It's all like the cloak and dagger of Trump, just trying to avert any major domestic finger pointing, I would think. All right, now, so what are we got to do today? Now, the Asian session, I would expect to be extremely quiet. I can't imagine the Chinese will be trying to pick a fight with Trump just at the moment. Currencies, well, they're almost drifting sideways at the moment. The Aussie and Kiwi still down on the daily and monthly, weekly charts, so they're still got a negative outlook. Dollar yen and dollar Swiss starting to drift back into that sort of sideways activity, and then it comes back towards the upcoming events for today. So not much on the calendar. You got the Swiss GDP numbers, and it's very rare that this data actually has any major impact, so don't hold your breath on that one. One thing that the market will be having a good look at is the consumer confidence numbers out of the US. Especially with a day off Monday coming into Tuesday, they'll be looking for something to get their teeth into, and this could provide the catalyst for that. So make sure you keep an eye on the consumer confidence numbers. It's pretty much the only thing to really look forward to, or potentially provide some sort of direction that we know that's coming out. Obviously, the European parliamentary elections, that'll drift off as the core market drivers, but we still have the China-US situation and Brexit. The way Trump's going, we'll probably have Japan-US trade issues shortly as well. He seems to be wanting to really upset the Japanese as well. All right, guys, that's it from me. Not a hell of a lot to get excited about, but this is real trading, patience, discipline, control. Wait for the opportunities, wait for that momentum to come back in the market, and keep an eye on these key events that are coming up. All right, guys, have a good trade day. We'll see you in the 247 trade zone. Cheerio.